What is up, everyone? Welcome to the Underdog Sports Podcast. I'm your host, Nolan Skeen, alongside Antonio Fiore, Salestrina. Gentlemen, let's go.
Let's go.
How are we doing?
How are you doing?
Doing pretty good.
Back from Vegas?
Yeah, lost all my money.
Nice.
Lost in
Of
Vegas.
course.
That's the real
Nolan
Vegas
lost
story.
in Vegas.
I mean,
You won a couple bets.
a couple. I
What
think
did we
like
win on?
two,
We all won on
two
the
for
Phillies.
six.
We all
Yeah,
won. We all,
that's what I was thinking of. I asked you what won you. I was like, you won some pretty good one.
I couldn't wait
And
for
then it
game
was
one.
the
I was like,
Phillies.
the Phillies are winning so hard. And then they went down 5-0. I was like,
well,
I think
I'm
I
dumb.
took them when they were down 5-2. It was plus 125.
no. It was like 5-3 or 5. It was 5-3. It was
5-3.
It was 5-3, and I think they had
Okay.
two runners on, and they were like getting real horny. And me and Antonio kind of just were like,
I was like, I think it's time.
35.
As Verlander's out of the
was my
game.
number.
very back and forth series so far.
Yeah, it's cool. The Philly crowd is also just it sucks you into the TV. It's pretty fun.
Undefeated so far at home, but that
Yeah, it could stay that way. I hope it stays that way.
We'll see tonight.
we will. I don't know. This series, the ratings have gone up, which hasn't been the case for many major sports leagues in the last year. So that shows at least there's some interest in the series. And out of like the past couple World Series, this has been, at least in my mind, probably the most interesting. Like
Anytime there's like a team of destiny.
Yeah, Braves Astros was like a good series last year.
It was definitely surprising because I don't think a lot of people saw the Braves getting past the Dodgers in that series.
Yeah, it was just kind of, I don't know, not like underwhelming. It was just kind of weird almost watching that. It's like
none of the games were that close.
Yeah,
It was just like-
this Phillies team is like just genuinely fun. Like it's just like a fun ass. It's like it reminds me of like a Red Sox team almost.
Yeah. No, they were. Yeah. They're
everybody's
just
clicking.
They're killing the ball.
Schwarber and Harper are both continuing to just play out of their minds. They hit a ton of home runs.
The moment Harper hits that home run last night too, the game's over. Like
Yeah,
it's the
that
first inning,
too.
but like
You're not calming the crowd down after that.
Oh yeah, they went nuts.
I think they said at Penn State that they have like a seismic graph,
it showed
and it
up
like
on that.
registered on their seismic graph,
Really?
and that was like far away from them, which is like awesome.
That's awesome, dude.
Football,
Football.
not making any sense still.
Yeah, I can't do pick threes.
You can't.
I want 0-3.
You can't pick 3 games, yet every week you go like 9-6.
Yeah.
That's the spread.
Salad just said before this started that I easily have the best record out of all of us, but I'm like 10 games under 500 in pick 3.
Yeah, your pick
It's
3
pretty,
record is abysmal.
Yeah,
And I'll pull it up real quick, but it's just
Don't.
It's like a math anomaly almost, because it's like if you only have 5 or 6 games that you lose, you somehow always pick them, which is like, how do you
that's
do
pretty
that?
nuts. In years past, I feel like I've done pretty all right on pick 3. I know I didn't win.
Your
last
records
year.
are always good, but
I always have good records for most of this stuff, but apparently not this year.
you're 65 and 56.
That's
for
really
the year
good.
overall, and you're 7 and 17 in pick 3.
It's nuts.
So like last week you went 7 and 8, which isn't terrible, and then you went 0 and 3 in pick 3. And then the week before
7 and 8, that sucks.
the week before you did 6 and 8, which isn't great, and you went 0 and 3 down in pick
We
3.
must have did really bad.
I went 9 and 6 and 1 and 2 in pick 3. You went 8 and 7, 1 and 2 in pick 3.
Oh,
So
I thought
no,
like,
that's
picking,
terrible.
I thought
Yeah,
picking
none of
we were
us
gonna
are
be really
winning.
bad.
Oh no, we're normally generally we're pretty decent. Like overall, we like hover around 500. Like, but pick 3, it's like the stock market. Like some
I
weeks,
think what I do that you guys don't do is there's always like 1 week where I go like 3 and 20.
yeah,
Like I just cannot pick a game, or I just like literally just throw it out the window. So I think
That's normally your like first 1 or 2 weeks though. Didn't you
Yeah.
win like 4 games in the first week or the second week or something?
I'm looking
oh
at it
yeah,
right
the
now.
first 2 weeks I was so bad.
You were 5 and 11 1 week, which is really bad. Like that was like your worst week, but like that.
thought it was something like that.
But then he follows up his 5 and 11 week with a 12-3 and 1 week.
That's
I went nuts that week.
It's just the NFL. It's like any week you just look at the board and you can feel really confident or really lost, and yet you're gonna go like right around 50% probably.
But I mean, like, that's what makes it good.
anything can happen. Like Carolina's the perfect example. It's like you thought you had Falcons locked up, and then they throw a 70-yard Hail Mary to DJ Moore, and you're sitting there with your Falcons bet like, oh my God, and then they miss the extra point, and you're like,
I was just thinking about my pick'em pool. I took Carolina in my pick'em, and I was like, wow, this is fucking crazy. Let's go.
wait, what do you mean?
Not in a survivor, just
Oh
in
my
like a
God.
pick'em. And I'm like, cool, let's go. I'm gonna win this game. And I'm watching the game with my grandpa, and he's like, no, I got Atlanta. They're missing this damn extra point, and then they get pushed back. And
Yeah.
I'm like, he's gonna make it. Then as soon as it got snapped, I was like, guy's gonna fucking miss this. And he yanked it. It's so
Yeah.
stupid.
It's just one of those like crazy like Falcons games. I feel like they have one or two of those every year. They're good for.
Why do I feel like it's
Yeah, the
always
first
against
place
Carolina
Falcons.
too? It's like,
It's like, yeah, it's like
Carolina and Falcons, whenever they come together, they always have some weird game that doesn't make any sense.
And that was for first place.
Yeah, that
of the
division's
NFC
horrible.
South.
That's terrible.
That is, as Charles Barkley would say, terrible.
That's terrible.
Yeah, the Southern divisions are putrid
Yep.
on both sides. It's
I don't,
very bad.
I don't understand still a week later how the spread of that Texans game was Titans -1. How does that make sense looking back at it? Why was that the spread?
I don't know. And why did I take the Texans?
Right, and I listened back to it, and I was like, because I'm Sal, I'm taking the Texans here. It's like that works.
They're
Sometimes.
just bad.
That works sometimes, but then when it doesn't work, you're like, I'm just dumb. I'm just really dumb.
I think it works sometimes when it's like a mediocre team against like a pretty good team, or just like a mid-level team against a maybe a really good team. Where if you see like an AF spread, you take it. But if it's just a garbage team, I don't like to do that.
yeah.
Which both those teams are pretty bad.
I was talking. One of my friends asked me today. He was like, "Who do you think is the worst team in the NFL right now?" I'm like, "That's a really interesting question." Houston's the only team that's like that I would say is fucking terrible, like absolute fucking trash. They suck at everything.
You know who's number 2?
Who's number 2?
Tampa Bay.
Yeah, apparently, because I'm looking at the rest of the records around the league, and I'm like, everybody's 3-5. Oh, the Steelers are pretty bad.
Steelers are pretty bad. Houston's definitely the worst team in the league. And
Like
then
I would have said Chicago.
I mean,
like a month
Carolina
ago.
definitely.
Carolina's up there.
Carolina's definitely up there.
We had this conversation in our little chat.
Jacksonville.
But what is this is a genuine question. A year and a half into Trevor Lawrence, are we willing to say he is a bust, or do you still?
I mean, I've been saying he's bad
No.
forever.
why are you not?
Because Daniel Jones is in his 5th year, and we still don't know if he's a bust yet.
I can easily say Daniel Jones is not a top 15 NFL quarterback.
I don't know if people
He is
expected
what
that
he
to
is.
happen.
He's a decent NFL quarterback.
Yeah.
For where he got picked in the draft, he's a bust, and that applies for both of them.
I'm more concerned about what they were saying. They were saying he's the best prospect since Andrew Luck. Can't miss.
Mm-hmm.
He's the number 1.
Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah.
Then yeah, he's a bust.
And he'll go out and throw for 5 touchdowns this game just as I'm talking like that.
Yeah,
Oh,
I mean, you
yeah.
could say he's a bust, and then next year when he comes out and he's got another
But, like,
year
that
on
was
his belt,
supposed
and
to
he's
be-
got Calvin Ridley,
That
and
was
he's got
supposed to be
Christian
this
Kirk.
year. That's my point.
No, I understand that was supposed to be this year, and I thought they were going to do a little better than probably the general public did, and so did you. But he plays a pretty decent quarterback. He's picking up yards this year. He's just not getting in the end zone. The big play is not happening. He really didn't look good this
I
week.
just think by year 2 or 3,
You would have to see
if
something.
there's
seen
a
him look
guy
very
who
good.
gets taken top 5 in the draft, and everyone's like highly touting him like the best player ever, and he's not by year 3, he's a bust. It doesn't matter how good he is after that.
What? 2 years.
What is Trevor Lawrence's signature moment so far in his NFL career?
I don't know if he has one. Did Peyton Manning have one his first
He is
2
the
years?
most boring
Throwing
career.
27 interceptions.
I'm throwing this out there. I'm just saying.
No, I'm just saying there's time.
I mean,
I can call
he's
Zach
won, like,
Wilson
what,
a bust
5
today
games?
because I fucking hate the Jets. But
Well,
I'm
I
not
can call Matt Jones a bust right now.
Yeah, right now you can. I don't know if it's fair to put that on him yet. I don't know. I wouldn't even call Zach Wilson a bust yet. I just don't think he's good.
He played garbage.
Yeah,
for
he
Boston.
I think he actually sucks.
But you could have telegraphed that from a mile away with
I mean, a
playing
Zach
Bill
Wilson
Belichick,
interception was free Sunday.
It was the most free thing I think ever.
I think I said something about him throwing 4 last
Probably,
last podcast.
but he does.
3.
Jets quarterbacks love doing that against the Patriots.
Yes, he goes.
No, I don't understand it. It's like they see that Patriots jersey and they're just like,
Yeah.
But against any other team, he's like fine, not like great, but he's fine.
It's always that fear factor, I think.
What, Bill Belichick just stands there and he just shits his pants? Like,
No, he's just in like a Darth Vader cape. Like you look across the field and he like is like the scariest. He's like the Emperor. You're like, what the fuck?
he's Palpatine.
Yeah, back to the Lawrence thing. You got to make plays despite things surrounding you maybe not being the best. He's got a decent core of receivers. His offensive line blows, but still make plays if you're that good. I still think he can be a good quarterback.
I'm not saying forever he's going to be like.
Oh yeah, I think
bad.
it's crap to call him a bust right now. If you called into whatever sports show and said, "Well, I think Trevor Lawrence is a bust today," they'd probably say you're fucking retarded.
I don't think they'd say that.
No one on Fox Sports
They
is saying he's a
overreact
bust.
to everything.
No one on ESPN is saying he's a bust.
After like 3 games, like in his rookie year, they were saying he was a bust.
I just think after 25 games in the National Football League, you should be able to show me something that shows you that you're a good NFL quarterback.
He's had good games and bad games. I could probably pull up some good games so you can pull up some bad games.
What, 300 yards and 2 touchdowns? Like, let's clap.
He's had some 3 touchdown games.
Let's clap.
He'll have fucking Calvin Ridley
Let's get
next
our
year. And that's
pom-poms.
excellent. They get another draft. Sal, I know, make plays. But again, should we look at Peyton Manning's stats for his first 2 years?
Is he Peyton Manning?
No, he's not Peyton Manning. He's actually a bigger prospect than he was.
Way too small of a forehead.
Way too small of a forehead. Yeah, he's not Peyton Manning. He hasn't had a 20-year career and had, like...
I get it. He can get better.
Yes.
It's possible for him to get better. From what I've seen, he's a bust. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. Yeah, okay.
Would you agree with that?
Sure.
Okay.
No, I actually don't, but yeah. I don't know if I'd just cry bust because I didn't think he'd pull Jaguars out of the dumps after
I'm not
a year.
saying they ought to be 6-2. I'm just saying show me something.
Yeah.
Show me anything.
I get it. I was the one that said in the chat, get in the fucking end zone.
He's Matt Ryan.
Yeah, if you do that, you probably look a lot better.
He is Matt Ryan.
Right now, he's Matt Ryan.
He's Matt Ryan.
Work on it. That's what I say. Work on it.
All right, well, maybe in 10 years he'll have an MVP season.
All right, we'll have a pulse check in like 6 weeks of Trevor Lawrence bust.
Yeah, we can do that.
Let's see how he does over the next like month or two and see what happens.
I think it's a bust.
I mean, it's gonna take years and years to actually say he's a bust, but I think right now it's trending towards he's a bust.
I just think, okay, so what does he have to do to be not a bust? Make the playoffs?
Make the playoffs.
Show some improvement.
Throw for like 30-something touchdowns one season, and I'm not saying that's like...
So how far away are the Jaguars from that? I mean, they just got their new coach.
A year or two?
Hopefully next year they should be a lot better because they have Calvin Ridley now.
If they can make the playoffs next year, I'll take a step back on
You know how we'll be able to tell if he's a bust? If the Jaguars as a team look good, and then he's the reason why they're losing games.
Now, are we calling him a bust based on what he was expected to be?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, that's always what it is.
That I can understand because
if he was taken in the second round,
it was
can't miss. Doesn't matter where he goes. Doesn't matter what situation he goes into. It was that kind of thing. He did have Urban Meyer as head coach last year. Absolutely horrible. What the fuck are you going to do with that? But
yeah,
you could with that. What you're saying, yeah, like. With the expectation, is he a bust? I guess you can say at that point. Because I'm thinking in my head over here, like, well, right, but if you would take him and put him on this team, he'd probably be better. Put him on this team, he'd probably be better. But like you said, he was a can't miss no matter where he goes.
He was what, second overall?
First. Oh, he was first overall.
First overall.
It was
if you're first overall and you're a can't miss.
No, and after his freshman year, if he was in the draft, teams would have taken that guy first overall.
And I never got it. Like, I watched some of the games at Clemson and shit. Like, he wasn't anything crazy, but like...
Nah, he was really good at Clemson.
He was like Zion.
I don't know if he was Zion, dude.
He wasn't a freshman.
Maybe that's what Trevor Lawrence needs. Like
Zion?
150 pounds, and then maybe he'll be good.
Maybe.
He's really fat.
No, and I was
like obese, and then he'll be the best quarterback ever.
Because at Clemson that year, their quarterback, I forget the first name, Bryant, he went out in the middle of the season, and then all of a sudden, this long-hair white kid comes in, and he's throwing 5 touchdowns a game. It was pretty ridiculous.
So we'll see.
Yeah,
I don't know. I guess 2 or 3 years if they haven't made the playoffs, would you say?
Oh yeah, no playoffs.
Because I think with Doug Peterson, like Doug Peterson's gonna turn it around.
Yeah,
I think so. I
like Doug Peterson
because you know what we'll really see it is next year's draft. Like if next year's draft, because he drafts really well. So if they get some really good like solid players in there, maybe on their defense, maybe they start building up the defense.
They need O-line. If they need O-line.
Oh, they do need O-line.
If they do that, then we'll see.
Well, they just got to work on winning these close games because they've lost at least 3 one-score games this year, and it's not getting in the end zone when you need to.
If we can see it, if we can see and say, oh, Jacksonville should be really good this year based on their roster, like
I can
look
see the potential. I don't know about
the
really
Chargers,
good.
right? Would you say Justin Herbert is a bust?
No.
So
But he has the stats and the plays to back it
Yeah,
up. That's
easily.
what my
so
point
that's
is.
what I'm saying. If we can see, like, we can see that the Chargers are a really good team. If we can see that and they're still not gonna like even get a sniff of the playoffs, then I can think we can say he's a bust.
Justin Herbert?
No,
Oh.
Trevor Lawrence.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough.
The Chargers didn't make the playoffs.
All right. Well,
No, but they were 1 game away.
Yeah.
They were 1 field goal away, actually.
you either have to have the results or the stats, and he doesn't
Right, I
have
know
the
that.
results and he doesn't have the stats. So
I think Herbert walks into a better position than Lawrence did easily, but what can he do about that?
no, I get it. Jacksonville's inept.
That's what,
But now I'd say Jacksonville is a better coach than Justin Herbert does.
That?
Trevor Lawrence
You
is a
can't
better
do anything
coach
about
than
that.
Justin Herbert does.
I know.
Oh my God, Staley's so bad.
Yeah,
So now he has a leg up on Justin Herbert.
All right, we did this exercise last week. Power rank your top 5 teams. I just want to hear it every week.
Bills, Chiefs, Eagles, Cowboys. Who else?
Browns.
No,
Yeah, dude.
it's a bad joke. You had Bengals up there.
Vikings.
Do you
I had
still
the
have
Bengals up there. I had the Bengals up there, and the names I rattled off.
That was a really bad game. Was that a
by the Bengals. It was a
we
really bad
really
game.
missed Jamar Chase game?
Yeah.
But I mean, they didn't really have anything.
The memes
So-
after were like, they were like, oh, Joe Burrow without Jamar Chase, and it's just Andy Dalton.
Yeah, so
It's so fucked up.
I'd have to say the best teams are the Bills, the Chiefs, the Eagles, the Cowboys, and the Vikings.
I would.
Maybe you could interchange the Vikings and the Niners. Vikings, Niners, and Cowboys, I think, are all around the same
Yeah, I would put
level.
the
like tier 2.
Niners above the Cowboys, but
I trust them more.
I trust the Niners more than I trust the Cowboys. I also trust the Vikings more than I trust the Cowboys. But
I do too. I trust
I'd
them.
keep
They're
your,
all like
But the
one
Cowboys are playing
setback
really,
away
really
from
good.
being really bad.
That's
That's
what
the
I
thing
mean.
about those 3 teams. One setback, and they're just the
And
worst team.
there's still the team that has
Christian McCaffrey gets hurt tomorrow. They're the worst team
Right.
ever.
I don't know. But I think the Cowboys are the team that if you look at the 3 of them and you say who has the most holes and weaknesses, it's the Cowboys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But they're still playing really, really good, so it's hard not to put them up there.
I'd say the Vikings too. So, like, there have been glimpses where I see the Vikings defense and they are really bad.
yeah.
Like, they can't stop anybody.
But that's been like the story there.
And then Kirk is really bad. So, like, they have the 2 like biggest.
Yet they still win.
Yeah,
they find ways to win.
They
That's
traded
the
for
best
T.J.
thing.
Hawkinson yesterday, which
It's
I
a
think
fine. It's a
really,
fine.
I think it's a
move.
pretty good trade. It's another target.
I mean,
It's a
I think
target
that was
guy.
really big for them.
I think it's
mean,
an excellent move. Hawkinson's a very good tight end.
And he can run block
Not
too.
a star, but he's a very good tight end.
He's very good at run blocking. So look out for Dalvin Cook.
The Eagles also made a really good trade yesterday for Robert Quinn.
Yeah.
Oh, I saw that.
That's an excellent
They're
move.
the best team in football.
Yeah,
Them and the Bills are
dude,
the
that
best teams in
D-line
football.
now? Are you serious?
I'll still take my flowers for saying that they were going to be really good heading into the season because everyone was
Yeah,
kind of
no,
on the
he-
fence
he
with that.
I
deserves
won't
it.
give you flowers till they win the Super Bowl.
They have to get. They have to get to
If
the
they
Super
get
Bowl.
to the Super Bowl,
I
I'll
get
give-
my
I
flowers.
will give you your flowers.
Okay.
Hey, I said
I
they'd
will
win the
suck your
division.
dick
I just
right
didn't say
here.
they'd be that good.
Well, yeah, you were just like, eh.
I was like, you
You were like they're gonna be. Yeah, you were like.
yeah,
they're
so
gonna
they're
be
the best
NFC
roster in
yeah.
the division.
But you're like the NFC sucks, and now they're in the best division
Yep.
of all time.
Uh-huh.
Dan
No.
Snyder's selling the team.
No team is under 500.
Yeah, there's a lot of shit going on.
That's a little interesting after this whole shenanigans that's been going on the last couple of weeks.
Is he gonna go write a book and then in like 10 years we're gonna have the juiciest book ever?
Washington
Possibly.
fans are singing hallelujah.
Oh yeah, every Washington fan is saying thank God right now.
I would be.
Hey, I said last week too, you'd have to ride the Washington wave until it doesn't work. Like with this whole.
I will
dance
ride it
thing.
until Taylor Heineke dies.
Taylor Heineke's a boss. Also, Terry McLaurin, like, I don't
He
know.
loves Terry McLaurin.
No,
Taylor Heineke
Terry McLaurin
loves.
loves
him.
Terry McLaurin, and Terry McLaurin, the catch he made against Stephon Gilmore was ridiculous. I
I saw a highlight of that.
I was like, he did not catch that pass. I did not believe it.
You guys have 5 teams too?
5 teams?
Yeah, 5 teams. Power rank your 5 teams.
Oh, I said the same thing. I would go.
I'd have to agree with you.
I'd actually go Eagles, Bills, Chiefs.
Oh, right. I didn't really throw like an order in there, but yeah.
49ers. I would go Vikings over Cowboys barely.
Well, you probably didn't like rank them. There were just
Not
5
really.
teams. That you think
I'd probably give the Bills a slight edge over the Eagles, but I think those are easily a top 2.
AJ Brown's the best receiver in the league.
Oh,
apparently.
wow, yeah. Uh-huh. Well, that's what I mean. Your young quarterback has a year or 2 in the league where he shows some flashes of being good. Then you go out there and get an AJ Brown for him, and they go crazy.
It was just so funny.
Maybe that's Calvin Ridley.
After his third touchdown, he touches it, and he just points at both of them. He goes, "Can't guard me, can't guard me."
He's a savage, dude.
Oh my god! Like he had 3 touchdowns in the first half, right?
He did, yeah.
The Eagles did what the Packers should have done.
Well, they just hate receivers apparently,
They hate them.
or they just hate Aaron Rodgers.
They're like, nah, we're
Yeah.
gonna go with Allen Lazard.
So now
actually.
the Packers fans want a new GM. They want this guy gone for not making a trade yesterday.
Yeah, but at that point, it's like, all right, what was a?
Who are they
was
gonna
a-
trade away?
Well, my point is that DJ Moore gonna save their season?
no.
Right now, no.
Not even close.
Also, that asking price, he for all the receivers that were some on the market, the asking price for him was
or all right, is
Probably most.
Jerry Jeudy gonna save their season?
no.
No.
And that's also quite the big asking price because he's young.
I think Jerry Jeudy would be really good on Green Bay.
He'd be really good, but it's not like what they get to the playoffs if they have.
No,
him,
I don't
but,
think
like,
I don't think that would be the case.
Yeah.
But I do think he would be in a significantly better situation.
It's just this NFL season just feels like
Why are the Cowboys the best team ever without Zeke?
Because
I
he
don't know.
sucks.
Because like we said, like they just only blocked for Tony Pollard, and then Tony Pollard's really fast. I don't think I've ever seen Zeke break a 20-yard run in the last like 4 years. Like he just doesn't do that.
He
I
got
haven't seen
paid
this
and
since
got
first year.
super slow.
They're a good team. I just feel like there's a lot of worse teams, so they just like get propped up and look better. That's all it is.
But Jerry Jones is going to cry if Zeke isn't their starting running back still, so he still names him.
It's just because how much he's
running back.
invested in him, which was a dumb move to begin with.
No, Tony Pollard's poor. We said that.
He signed a 4-year, $3 million deal back in, what is it, 2018 now?
What do you say, Tony Pollard's
2019?
poor?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was making he's making 900. He made $900,000 last year.
Yeah.
He's just like the highest paid doctor. Like nice. Like
He's the highest paid doctor.
Dude, he's gonna leave Dallas this year, and he's gonna be the greatest running
Oh
back.
no, some team will sign him and be like, "You're gonna be featured and gonna get 20 carries." Like I would do that if I was.
Is he a free agent after this year?
I think
Yeah.
that's what you just said.
Well,
yeah.
the Giants can get him if Saquon walks. I'm okay with that.
Imagine Saquon goes to the Cowboys.
Oh
and
my
Tony
God!
Pollard goes to the
Stop. All right.
Giants.
That'd be gross.
Honestly, I could see Saquon.
I
could
can't see him in that uniform.
No, I could see Saquon in a Cowboys uniform easily. In the white, he'd look amazing in that.
I can only see him on blue teams or red teams.
He goes to the Chiefs.
I can't see him on a red team. I could see him on the Bills. I could see him on
Wow,
the
he
Colts.
goes to the Chiefs.
If he went to the Chiefs, it'd be game
Wow,
over.
you know where I could see him?
The Bills,
In a green jersey.
Green Bay.
Yeah. Or the
Yeah.
Jets.
He'd be
Not the Jets.
he'd get so fat if he went to Green Bay.
You think so?
He'd be Eddie Lacy 2.0.
Why?
I don't know.
Wow, I forgot
he would
about
just,
Eddie Lacy.
He would just wear a green jersey and then just be 500 pounds.
Where would Tony
instantly.
Pollard go?
Probably, I don't know. He said,
Like the Rams.
wow. The
Wow.
Rams.
Yeah, let's go.
I
That
just got
seems-
goosebumps.
That seems like a fucker that like Carolina would sign at the same time. You know what I mean?
That's
Like,
also true.
Someone
Yeah,
that Carolina
it's gonna
would
be a
that-
really shitty.
Yeah, that's
team.
what I mean. Something that Carolina would sign where someone goes to die. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
We're like we never
like the
hear his name
Falcons
again.
will sign him.
What's like the big takeaway so far? We're halfway through the year, like of the NFL.
The
season.
biggest takeaway
We still
is
don't know what the fuck is
yeah.
going
The
on.
biggest takeaway is that there is no takeaway.
But we come on here and say this every week, like, and I get like it's true, but like we have no.
And it's crazy too because we sit here and we say, "Oh well, we don't know what's going on," but we do know what's going on. The Bills and the Eagles and the Chiefs and
That's it.
San Fran and the Vikings and who else? The Cowboys. They're all really good.
Maybe that the style of football that's being played in the NFL and that works is changing quite a bit.
But still,
When you look at
whenever I
teams like
watch-
the Bills and the Eagles,
Whenever I watch the Bills or the Eagles play, they are just
Well, keep going
Oh,
with
they
your.
look way better, yeah.
Keep going with your point. What were you about to say? The style's changing.
yeah, just kind of, especially like with the way the offense is right now. Like a lot of those teams that are just like quarterback reliant on their passing aren't doing very well right now. Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady, help me.
Herbert, I guess.
The Rams.
Yeah,
The
Stafford.
Rams are struggling. Yeah, the Chargers are struggling. Everybody except
The
really
Raiders.
The Cardinals.
Chiefs. Yeah, the
Raiders.
Raiders, the Cardinals.
Should I get my 2 minutes out about that game or no?
Which the Raiders game?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's
I watched
crazy.
every snap of that first half. Derek Carr, you fucking suck, man. You are a putrid, pathetic NFL quarterback. Oh my! They didn't run a play in opposing territory until there was 3 minutes left in the fourth quarter, and Jared Stidham was the quarterback. They didn't run a play.
Are you
They didn't run a
serious?
play in opponent's territory until there's 3 minutes left in the game.
How do you have that?
They
bad of a
also
game?
ran some of the worst plays I've ever seen. It was 3rd and 1. I'm not saying it was wide open up the middle. Derek Carr could have easily just taken it as a QB sneak and gotten there. They ran a jet sweep to Devontae Adams and they nearly killed him. Like one of the defensive ends.
Devontae Adams is not a jet sweep guy.
But like,
He had 1 fantasy point last week too.
and DraftKings boosted his touchdown odds, so obviously they knew something that everyone else didn't.
Yeah.
So he had one catch on 3 targets. Their offense looked. Inept's not even the right word. It looked like they took edibles right before the game, and they just went out there and they're like,
they're
"Let's
down
do
in
it."
New Orleans.
The Saints just knew every play that they were going to run. Basically, they could not move the ball. They did not know how to play football on Sunday, and that's been the story of their whole season, basically so far.
I think it's time to say Josh McDaniels is just not.
Is not
Josh
a head coach.
McDaniels should not be a head coach in the NFL. Derek Carr, you get the best receiver in the league, and you still look like your pathetic self. That's bad. And their offensive line is worse than the Jaguars. It is.
It is.
The Saints manhandled them up front. It was 3rd and 13 every time. Every time. It was
They're
3rd
worse
and
than the
13.
Bengals offensive line. It's like the Bengals have the worst offensive
Bengals
line.
offensive line is pretty bad.
They are so fucking bad.
I mean, besides saying like offensive line issues, there's no excuse for Derek Carr this year because you have better things to work with than
Yep.
you did last year. Much better. What the fuck is going on?
He's just a statue in the pot. As soon as the play breaks down, it's over for him. He can't do anything. And
Yeah,
like
he's a basket.
Yeah, no, I mean like, hey, Tom Brady did that for 20 years.
Yeah.
And there's quarterbacks who can't do that, but this is the new NFL, and if like,
Listen, maybe defense has just been the name of the game so far this year.
which
You got to play
That's true.
solid defense,
I mean-
keep other teams out of the end zone.
Unders have been hitting. Fantasy
Scores have been
totals
low.
have been dismal.
Yeah.
Like I think that is what it is. Like defenses have gotten a lot better, and
A lot of
it's
field goals.
a lot of field. Holy shit! A lot of field goals. Nick Folk had like 5 field goals.
something like that. Yeah.
Like what the fuck, dude? Like teams just. I think a lot of it too is red zone offense is really bad this year.
It has been. That's what I was going to say about that. That's why I bring up there's a lot of field goals. I was going to say
Like whenever
the
a
red
team
zone
gets to the
defense
red
has been
zone, they're
very
like,
good.
"Oh, this team can't score in the red zone." I'm like, that's literally every team.
Yeah.
There's plenty of
it's-
yards. Just
It's
seem
funny
like it,
too
yeah.
because like the pandemic, like when they were playing the pandemic, I feel like every score was like 34-31 or like 31-28. Like it was all like higher scoring games. In the last like year and a half, I feel like the second half of last year and this year, it's just been kind of shifting way towards defense. Like
Yeah, which you love that.
Yeah, it's cool. I like
like-
it when it's. I like it when it's certain teams, but like
But then we'll get
when
the
every
games that are
game
like
is just like,
38,
I don't
31.
love it.
We'll get the games that are like 38, 31. Like we'll get those games.
but it's
though.
like Carolina, Atlanta putting those scores up. It's
yeah,
not like
it's not like the good teams.
yeah. I
But
don't-
that's what makes the good
All
teams
right,
good.
you
though.
see the Chiefs and the Bills getting into a lot of the games where
Yeah, and then
the
it was
winning team has 21 points
Yeah,
or
it was-
24 points.
It was what 24-20.
yeah, that was the end. That was the end
of
of that game.
But I like that because that's more like of
No,
what
I
it would be
that's a
like in the
football game,
playoffs.
you know what I
dude.
mean? Like it's 2 football teams.
I don't
playing
mind.
good football.
I don't mind like a 28-24 or a 24-20. What I do mind is these 10-7, 13-10,
fests.
Right.
17-14.
Which is
like,
cool when it's between 2 good teams, but when it's between a shit team and a shit team, who wants to watch that?
Or when it's a shit team and a good team.
Yeah,
It's like,
that's what I was about to say too. If you get 2 teams that like that like are 2 best in the league, and they're known for their defense, I think it's cool if we get a game in the teens, as long as we get some turnover action. But
is that what's gonna happen Thursday?
what?
Houston, Philly.
no,
Sal has entered the chat.
Should we start?
Yeah.
you can get cracking here.
Houston at
10.5.
home. Week 9, I should say. Week 9.
No, it's 14.
Huh?
The spread.
I'm saying it's week 9.
Yeah, the spread.
The spread is 14, yes. Philly at Houston, spread is 14. Over under is 45.5.
Opened at 5.5.
Opened at 5.5, I guess. That surprises me.
When did it open? Like before the season?
No, like probably last week. Maybe the week before, possibly.
Well, Houston won't score more than
7
13
points,
points at the
yeah.
most in this game. It's just about how much Philly scores.
I don't know this game. Just
I could see this
No,
being like
this game is on
like
heroin.
like a 25-13, which is not covering. Thursday night games are shot anyway.
I kind of like Houston here.
I kind of I do too. I think it's a.
I don't think
I like Houston too.
I don't think Houston wins
God
by
damn it, we suck.
by any means, but this is just like
No, not even close to winning.
They might lose by like 10.
7. They lose by like 7, I think, something like that. It's just like a weird, like gross Thursday night football game, and I don't even think it's like lower scoring. It's probably like 31 to like 25 Philly or something like that.
After that performance that the Eagles have had against the Steelers, like how do they
Bet on
not?
it every week?
No. How do they not score over 30 in this game?
Because they have 3 days, and it's like just a weird game in Houston, and they just like they throw a pick on the first drive, and then after that, it's like oh.
Jalen Hurts loves throwing picks early in the game. I have noticed that.
He's really good. He's really good. I don't know.
Yeah, he is good at not letting it affect him. I'll say that.
Yeah, he got a star receiver and he started playing amazing, just like Josh Allen did. You add
I
Calvin
think
Ridley to
getting
Trevor
AJ
Lawrence,
Brown,
we'll see what happens.
getting AJ Brown really helped like Devontae Smith too, because now he doesn't have like when he
Doesn't
got
have all the
drafted.
pressure.
When he
Yeah.
got drafted, he had all the pressure because the whole thing was, oh, they don't have receivers. You know, they had fucking Jalen Reagor, they had Nelson Aguilar, like they,
J.J. Arcega-Whiteside.
yeah, they didn't have any like, and then they get AJ Brown. And you're like, okay, this is a good little duo here, and they've been really good, and they can do their own thing. But yeah, how do they not score 35 points in this game?
Yeah, they probably should, and they probably should cover. But I'm taking Houston, and you are too.
I'm switching.
Oh, now you're going Philly?
Yeah.
All right. Miami at Chicago.
Miami also made a really good trade yesterday.
Bradley Chubb.
They look really good. That's huge.
-5 for Miami. Over-unders again 45.5 for this game. Anyone want to?
Yeah, Miami is definitely going to cover. They got Tua back last week, and
He wins.
I don't love him, but he balls
wins.
out.
But he wins.
He wins, and he balls out when he wins. So this team's just good. They should win by at least 10 points against this team. I still think Chicago's pretty bad, even though they've been in some
And
really
since
funky
like
games.
since the first 2 weeks, they really haven't had that game where they're scoring a lot.
They
Except
scored.
against New
Yeah,
England.
they scored 20.
So
they scored
they're-
29 against the Cowboys this week. They just got their asses beat because they gave up 42 points.
Yeah, so I think this might be the game where they get like a 40 burger or like a 30 burger.
Ooh, the Bears or the Dolphins?
No, the Dolphins.
Oh, we were talking
Oh,
about
we
two
were
separate
talking about
things.
this. I thought you were talking about the. Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were just talking about when they played when the Dolphins played New England.
No, I thought I was messed up because the Bears also played New England.
Like when they played the Bills, like those are fucking high scoring games.
I don't like this game.
I really like the Dolphins in this game, and I really like the Dolphins going forth the rest of the season.
Yeah, I like the Dolphins to cover here. They just have to. If they're gonna be anything in the AFC East, and if they're gonna be anything in the AFC in general, they have to win this game. and
All
they have to
right,
cover.
guys, you talked me into it. I'll take Miami here, I guess. I don't like this game at all. Buffalo at the New York Jumbo Jets.
Ew.
Buffalo is a 12.5-point favorite in
Let's
the
get it out.
Meadowlands.
Let's get it out. You love the
I
Jets.
love the Jets
Yeah.
here.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
And he's putting it in his pick 3.
No. God, no. Jesus Christ, no. But I liked him here.
Antonio.
Should the Jets sit Zach for maybe a week or two and just kind of be like, all right, let's let you kind of watch.
Why?
We'll see
With
what's
Joe
going on.
Flacco.
Why is Michael White not starting for that team? Because he is the best quarterback for a week or two I've ever seen.
For a week or two. Yeah, just give him. I'm not
He's
saying
like a lifeline.
I'm
Like,
not
you can
saying
only use
take
him
out
once.
Wilson for the year. Just let him. He still does dumb shit pretty often on the field. They're just winning games, so it gets a little masked. let him take a step back, sit for 2-3 weeks, kind of work shit out, and see what happens.
What is it like a hitter going through a slump?
Yeah.
He's
I
getting
think
into no, he's getting into bust territory because
I think he's garbage.
because
No, I think I've always said he's garbage. I've never said he's
because
good.
this would be what Trevor Lawrence would be bust if they had this team.
Well, the problem's gonna be if they lose this game like 49-0, they're gonna be people calling for his heads just because
Which they might.
But
the locker room really likes him.
I'm switching my pick to the Buffalo Bills.
Buffalo, yeah,
Thank
that's what I
God,
mean,
dude.
dude.
Holy
You
shit.
saw how he
'Cause-
looked against the Pats. This defense is better
No,
than the
because
Pats.
that's exactly what's about to happen, and it's going to be a bloodbath
Yep,
for him.
and the
Monday
Jets
morning.
world is going to come crashing down.
All
We're
right,
gonna get
Antonio.
all the wrath in New York.
Thank you for making me see clearly. On
People
this
have forgotten that the Jets are bad still.
Yeah,
People
they're going to
have
get
forgotten.
They're getting last place in that division this year.
But like,
I'm not kidding.
Doesn't that line say that the Jets are bad? Like a bad
12
team?
and a half?
What?
Yeah. The Philly and Houston's
But
13
the
and a
thing
half.
is though, people still don't believe it though.
No, I'm not saying I don't believe
People
it.
like you.
I'm just saying genuinely. I get the odds makers are saying that they're a bad team, but like, there's no value on the Jets this week. There's none. Like,
right.
Dude,
As
it's
a
almost
12
50-50 on the money. Like
as a 12-point divisional dog, there's no value on betting the Jets this week.
Now the Jets have some really.
I think it's hidden. It's not like it's like a
The
decoy.
problem-
It's a decoy. It's
oh
a trap.
my God, the problem is they don't put up more than 10 points against that team. They just
No.
don't.
They don't.
They just don't.
Yeah,
No.
you just got to think. You got to think straight sometimes, and that's
All right,
that's how it is.
I'll take the Bills.
And you know who I really love in this game? Gabriel
Stephon Diggs.
Davis.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Because if Sauce Gardner is going to be all over Stephon Diggs,
Yeah, Gabe Davis is going to eat.
Gabe Davis is eating, dude.
Or it's just a game where they run their running backs 50 times.
That could be it too.
Who knows? That game feels like an under to me as well. But
Which Buffalo needs to start doing.
yeah,
They do need to start running the ball more because Josh Allen has accounted
Well,
for 21 of 22 of their.
I don't know if you saw this in
touchdowns this year.
fantasy, but I picked up James Cook, and I think he has a good rest of the year. I mean, I don't think it's like he's like RB1, but I think they're going to start featuring him more and more as the season goes
I have
along.
Hines on my team. They just traded for him.
I like that. I mean, if one of them gets hurt, then like say Singletary goes down or Hines goes down, like that increases everyone's role. Like
Exactly.
Cook is a huge part of that.
They just need to start looking to that a bit more because it's Josh
Yeah, I'm not
Allen's
rooting for
amazing.
injuries
It's
or anything,
he's
but
too reliant.
I really hope Ezekiel Elliott is not
Oh yeah, you
coming back. Or if he does, and you know his what was it, like his hip or something? What was it?
I don't know. He's just fat.
He's super fat.
Nah, I'm so dumb because I traded Herbert for AJ Brown, and then I went to go look at my score, and I was like, oh, I have AJ Brown like in our league, and then I was like, oh no, I traded Nick for Matt, and then I was like, oh yeah, I'm playing Nick for Matt. I was like, damn it.
I lost by 1.8 points.
Do you do that every week? I swear to God, you do that.
I needed
Tyler Boyd.
Tyler Boyd to get one catch for 8 yards for the entire fourth quarter. I needed that. Nothing.
Didn't they throw to him on fourth down?
Yeah, on the last drive. Yep.
Did you pick someone for this game, Nolan?
He's the Bills.
He is a
Oh,
Bills.
the Bills. Yeah.
Good boy.
All right, Minnesota at. I want to switch back now. Minnesota at Washington. Minnesota's a 3.5-point favorite in Washington. You gotta keep riding. You gotta keep riding the Commanders train. I'll keep riding it.
Does
till it
Kirk
doesn't
shit
work.
his pants in his old house?
Probably right.
Yeah, he probably does.
Probably.
Yeah. It's the Vikings. They're gonna have to lose one.
Yeah.
Like, they're not going 16-1. They're not going 15-2.
They're going like 13-4.
They're 13-4. They're gonna win the division.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they're miles ahead in the division, so if they lose this game, it won't fucking matter.
Yeah. Listen, Kirk Cousins loves losing a game that he shouldn't.
Left.
What better against his
Left
old
hand
team?
up. Who are we? The Commanders. Commanders plus 3.5. Have you heard that song?
No.
Oh,
I haven't heard that song. Are you also with the Commanders here? 'Cause
Yeah,
this
you
is-
guys read my mind.
Jesus hell.
You have to keep riding
We're
the train.
agreeing with a
Yeah,
lot.
we've agreed on way too many so far.
No, you have the Jets, and we had.
No, I switched to the
Oh,
Bills.
Well, I'm not coming off the Commanders train because it's
You can't, dude.
Oh,
the,
this is one.
the NFC East is about to get really interesting. It already is interesting, but this shit's gonna get wild.
They like released a song for the Commanders, like when they like.
Is it really bad? That's so bad.
Not good.
Wait, what?
That'll really get your crowd of
Have you not seen?
70,000 people going.
Wait, what? No, I'm so checked now.
You know PFT on Barstool, he tweets that out like once a day.
him and Big Cat are so good, dude.
So fun. No, Big Cat is the biggest jinx I've ever seen.
He's
I
the
don't.
worst.
ever want
How
to
does he have money?
I don't know how he has money. Hold on.
Oh my god, he does not have money.
I go on Twitter and it's like he goes, "Oh, this kicker on like this team, like they finally have a kicker on this team. That never happens." And like I just read that tweet and then I looked at the score and he just missed a field goal. I was like, how does he do it? It's like every time.
He's insane. No, he's insane. If you ever want to laugh really hard, just go watch that interview they did with Aaron Rodgers.
Oh my god, I know.
Oh my god, dude, it's so funny.
That was great.
It's them just shitting on Aaron Rodgers for like 45 minutes.
All right, back to our regularly scheduled program.
Yeah, that is really bad.
No,
Whoever's has the marketing team over there at the Commanders.
Yeah, it really gets the crowd going, huh?
Yeah, dude.
I don't think anyone.
I get it
likes
moving.
that. Chargers at the Falcons. Chargers are a 3.5-point favorite.
Another weird game.
Over unders 49.5.
The Chargers are gonna win by a lot.
I feel like I fall into the Chargers trap every week though. Like I just
Such a trap, dude. It's such a dark hole, such a dark abyss.
I'll take the 3.5 at home. I didn't think I was gonna say that either, but I'll take the. Did I say 3 or 3.5? It's going back and forth. I have 3.5 right now.
I have
Yeah, I
3.5
have
as
3,
well.
but
You have 3?
Oh yeah, man.
I said 3 at the beginning, so it's 3. I'll take 3 at home for the Falcons.
Yeah,
That's
Atlanta's just an up and down team this year, and I mean, so are the Chargers. But I can't remember the last time I picked the Chargers, so I'm gonna go with the Chargers.
I feel like you pick the Chargers every week.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm picking the Chargers here too, but I'm also picking the over.
I'm also picking the Falcons in this game too.
You're taking the Chargers and the Falcons.
Uh-huh.
Nice. So push.
Honestly, that's super smart. We should do that in every
Every
game.
time.
For every
God,
game.
it took
We'd be
us-
right every game.
90 episodes.
We finally figured it.
I figured it out, guys.
I actually have a funny story about that. So I'm sitting with my roommates and we're just like talking about betting or whatever. And then we're just watching the game and it was quiet for like maybe 30 seconds. And one of my roommates looks over at me and he like gives me one of those like really confused, like I have an idea looks.
Yeah.
And he's like, wait, I go, what? He goes, why don't you just bet a parlay? And then bet the complete opposite of that parlay. How does it lose? And I was like, think about that for a second.
He was so faded.
He thought he figured. He thought he
He
won.
literally thought he just cracked the code. Like no one has ever thought of that before and gone, wait.
He was like, he thought he found gold. Like it was like the funniest 5 minutes of my life. Probably it was great.
Dude, I would have never stopped laughing. If Sal looked at me and said that.
It was just his face too. He was like, why don't you just bet a parlay and then bet? It was so good. It was so funny.
Why would you bet the first parlay if you expect every leg to be the opposite?
Well, no, because he thought like the revert, like
Yeah.
but like he just thought it was gonna. One had to win or the other had to win.
He thought it was 50,
Like if one of your bets is like, oh, if I'm losing this bet
You
with
thought it was
this
a
3
flip of a
teams,
coin.
I'm gonna hit with those other 3 teams.
What an idiot.
It's like they kind of already do that. It's called a round robin.
We talked about that before. I
I
think
mean,
that's
round robins are kind of that concept, just not as faded. It just goes every combination.
Nah, parlay. If you do parlays, you're a heroin addict. Like you do like black tar.
No, if you do like 10 leggers, like you see
that's-
FanDuel post or
you have
DraftKings
No,
post, like
no, cracked is not even. You're like sniffing like paint in the middle of the road.
You're freebasing.
you're sniffing aerosol, dude. No. You are sniffing. You are going out into the woods and eating mushrooms. Like that's what you're doing. If
Oh,
you're
what's
doing
wrong
that.
with that?
What?
Mushrooms.
It's just as high as you could possibly get. Like,
Oh no,
just
that's like.
But that's not addictive high.
All right, so I did another story. So
you did mushrooms in the woods.
no. Like you said, the highest you ever got. My boss at Leslie's was trying to tell me that he took 10. Like there's like I guess there's like LSD comes in like a pack of 100 or something.
Yeah, they're
like,
tabs.
Yeah, he was telling me he would take 10 a day, and like he would like cook through a sheet in like a week and a half.
That's fucking insane.
Was he Optimus Prime? Like, how do you survive?
No,
He is-
one will get you high,
No.
but like 3 is when you start
He's probably the dumbest person I have ever met in my life.
I'm sure.
And also, he would tell me when he would crack his back, he would get a little high. Like,
Oh yeah, you've heard about that? Well, yeah, because apparently it's like an urban legend where like you take acid, it can get stuck in your spine. When you crack it, you can start tripping again.
I think he was
Urban
kind of
legend
joking.
is a stretch.
Yeah, he was definitely joking about that. But like, if he was taking,
I heard that from a lot of people.
Like, dude, like I would turn into
Dude,
Optimus Prime.
if you
I
take-
did that.
You take 3, you're on your ass for hours seeing shit. 10?
Optimus Prime. That was the funniest.
Like,
That was the funniest comment.
like the later Transformers movies where they're going into space and shit.
Yeah.
That's literally what I would be doing. If I was off 10 tabs of acid. Oh.
I'm trying.
Yeah, your boss is
No,
an idiot.
I could just imagine Optimus Prime taking 10 tabs of acid and then just like melts.
No, Michael Bay took 10 tabs of acid making those movies, dude.
Oh yeah.
Hey, listen, I enjoyed the 3rd one. I'm not saying it was good.
No,
but
after
Transformers.
I was entertained.
The second one
after
was
1
so
and 2
garbage.
The second one was
No,
garbage.
1
but
and
that third
2
one
are
was-
good. All of the rest of them after that just go off in some wild land.
Oh, once
And you're
Shia
like,
LaBeouf is out of it, it's not good.
oh yeah, when
the
they
first
did the
one's
Mark
fun.
Wahlberg one,
Yeah.
and then I was like, okay, this
The
is
first
really
one
bad.
was fun. The second one was, I thought it was cool.
I thought the
Everybody
second
else
one.
said
I
it was
like the
garbage.
second one more than the first
The
one.
third one is my favorite.
Yeah, Revenge of the Fallen over the
Oh
first one.
god.
I
like
go,
that
oh
one more.
dude, Optimus kicks the Fallen's fucking ass.
The only thing
Optimus-
that's
like-
faded about that movie is that Optimus is only in it for like 5 minutes.
Optimus rapes the Fallen, and then Megatron shows up, and he's like, literally, I'm gonna rip your throat out in 2 seconds. This is no contest.
He's only in it for 5 minutes because he's doing 10 tabs of acid.
Yeah, he's dead doing 10 tabs
Dude,
of acid.
nah. The third one, that's the one I go back and watch again.
Was that the Dark of the Moon or
Yeah,
whatever? The
that
one
one's
without
good.
Megan Fox in it?
The one
Are you
without
serious?
Megan Fox is the best one.
Boo.
That one was okay, but like it goes so far out there with what they're
I
doing.
like it.
And then the one with Mark Wahlberg, when they have like the fucking dinosaur transformers,
Yeah,
you
Dinobots.
lost me. I was like, I'm done.
Those are
I was
from
like,
the
I can't do
cartoon,
it.
though. That's old school.
Bro, I don't give a shit, dude. When he goes out and they get
No, that one's
dinosaurs,
bad,
I
yeah.
was like, what is
They're
this,
in like
dude?
they were in Hong Kong or something. Yeah, that one was terrible.
Right, anyway,
None of them are good, but it's just
we got really off track.
That's about as off track as we've ever gotten.
We went from talking about
We were talking about Chargers Falcons to Optimus Prime to
yeah
10 tabs of acid.
onto Pacific Rim. Come on, we got work to do.
we went from talking about the fucking Chargers to
Honestly, if there was ever a game to get on to Optimus Prime doing 10 tabs of acid, it would have been the Falcons game. No, like
my
that makes
Yeah.
sense. All right, Green
What's
Bay.
up next?
Green Bay at Detroit. This game, I'm dying to hear what Nolan has to say.
Detroit, huh?
Green Bay at Detroit. Green Bay's a 3.5 point favorite over under 49.5. You're taking Detroit, but I want to hear why you're taking Detroit.
I'm taking Detroit because Jared Goff is just going to look like the best quarterback ever for no reason.
I like you.
That's all I have.
Oh, okay. So I had this thought in my head too earlier.
Green
Bay is Miami a better team than Green Bay right now? Yeah.
yeah.
The spread's the same in Detroit back-to-back weeks.
I like Green Bay.
Detroit. Well, Detroit almost covered, right?
They lost. They didn't cover by a point.
And Detroit made it a close game. And Miami's a better team.
So, which is what I'm saying. You probably should take Detroit here, but like,
Do you think it's a Vegas trap? Is that what
I don't know. I think it's just a little.
I think this is, you know what I think this is? I think this is Vegas not even knowing what this game should be. They're like, ah, fuck it, make it 3.5.
I like the Packers to cover.
Oh, I thought you were taking what? Wait, what?
You said you like me.
Yeah, I know, but you just said a good thing about Jared Goff, so I'm
Oh.
saying good on you for that.
Now I'm confused.
Well, now Green Bay's winning by 1 million.
Yeah, Green Bay's fine.
But no,
They're
I'm
not
not
fine,
switching.
but-
I'm taking Detroit.
There is no reason that Green Bay should have covered that game Sunday night.
No, by half a point.
Oh
10
my
points.
God, they should not.
That
have
was the
covered
difference
that.
between you going 1-2 and 0-3.
0-3. So thank you for that. I don't know. Green Bay doesn't lose to the sorry team, right?
I still don't think they're that.
Yeah, but it's
sorry
like
of a
last
team.
year. You're looking at the Lions, and you're like, you're picking them to go 1-7, but you're like, are they really a 1-7 team?
And the Lions,
Apparently,
the
yeah.
Lions are like almost back to where they were. Like they had some injuries, guys weren't 100%. They're like almost back to that now.
I said
They are just bad.
I said DK Metcalf's not playing last week, and then he ends up playing. Like he gets carted off on a stretcher, and then he plays the next.
Well,
Sunday.
we did the podcast on Monday. We should never have said
Anything
so and so's
about
playing.
anybody.
or
no, we
so-and-so's
shouldn't have
not
said
playing.
anything on the podcast.
Is Michael Thomas ever going to play a game
No,
ever
he hates
again?
football. He genuinely just hates playing football.
And Jarvis Landry.
Are they just playing patty cake in the
Jarvis.
back? Like,
They're doing 10 tabs of acid every week.
I just haven't made a pick on this game. I don't like this game at all. I'll take Detroit. Sure.
Let's go, Sal.
Ugh. Carolina at. I hate every game this week. Carolina at Cincinnati. Carolina's.
Oh, there's
we
some
say
really
that every
bad
week
games
this
this
year.
week.
Yeah, I hate this game too.
Wait, tell me something good about this game.
Bengals, and I don't want to think about it.
Carolina is a 7.5 point dog in Cincinnati. I'll go with Antonio here. I just think this should be an ass whooping.
Yeah, especially coming off that loss. If they had won and won convincingly, I'd say Carolina would cover that, but they're
That's
killing.
a heartbreaker going into OT and losing that game. Now they have no juice left for the rest of the season.
Like, you are just checked after
Yeah.
that game, especially PJ Walker. You could just tell when they were showing him on the sideline, he
like
just
him.
looked like he wanted to kill himself.
I wish good for him.
yeah,
Oh yeah,
I
no,
like him.
he
I
played
like
really
him.
good, and
That
his
was-
team still didn't fucking win.
That was my team in the XFL too. Like I remember looking at teams, I'm like, you know what? I like this Houston team because I forgot what they're Renegades, maybe I don't know. But they had the oil
That might have
tower.
been it. You might have gotten it, yeah.
That might have been it. They had the oil tower as their logo, and I'm like, that's like the Houston Oilers. I love that shit, and I love the Houston Oilers logo. So I'm like, that's
Bringing
my
the
team.
XFL back.
Then they were the best team in the league, and their quarterback. I'm like, I know that guy. Then he's on the Panthers, and I'm like, I know that guy.
He balled out.
He was amazing.
That 1 year the XFL had, he balled out.
Yeah, he was easily the best player in the league. Not even
That's what
close.
led to him having a starting job now.
And
His
Taylor
big-
Heineke.
Yeah, and Taylor Heineke. Yeah, he balled out.
He was really good in XFL. I don't remember that. That's cool.
I don't know what team he was on, but yeah, he was supposedly pretty good. He was also shotgunning beers after the game too, which is kind of fire.
Good stuff.
No, when I heard the thing about he buys a pair of Jordans every time he wins,
Yeah.
Oh, that's hard
I
as
was
well.
like, I'm his biggest fan. I was already his biggest fan, but after that, I was like, that is amazing. And he bought it green Jordans because he beat the Packers. I was like,
Yeah, you're the best.
put a statue up of him.
Indy at New England. Indy's a 5.5 point dog in New England. Over under 39.5 points.
I hate every game that has Indianapolis.
This game is so easy. The Patriots beat
Yeah.
them by a million. It's like
They have to, right?
it's like
You
20.
know I'm not picking against the Patriots.
It's like 24-7 New England this game. Like Sam Ellinger is really gonna move the ball against this team. You're taking the
yeah,
Colts.
that's right.
No.
Don't do that. Sal, honestly, I want your opinion. Do you
It's
think
just a gross game.
being on the show with two Patriots fans, do you think I have taken the Patriots in more situations than you guys?
Yes.
Well, I think the only time I picked against them was
Last week.
against the Jets.
Maybe not you.
I've so before
I pick the Pats all the time.
Before this year, I would take the Pats every game, no matter what.
I think he loves the Pats more than we do.
I
Probably.
do.
You like the Pats more than we do, and
I
we
wanna
like
s-
the Giants more than you do.
That's not true because he was like
No,
us.
he loves the Giants.
He was a schoolgirl after they won against Jacksonville. He was like, yes, yes, yes. He
Oh,
was-
That London
Giants,
game?
yeah.
Remember when they won the London game? Yo,
I was
he
on the
was.
ground. I
no,
was
yeah,
like, let's go.
he knows. I've been standing up for 45 minutes. That was so funny. No, I don't know. I'm willing to say the Patriots are like not good now. Like I
I
accepted
think
that.
I
And
think
they're
they're
about to
gonna
be
finish
5 and
better than
4.
the Jets, though. I think they got a better shot at the playoffs.
They
than
probably
that team.
do.
They're both gonna
They
be
do.
5-4 after this week, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I'll take the Patriots to win and cover pretty easily here. I like that. Round.
I think so. I
Running
think it
backs.
has to be, dude.
All right, this fucking stupid game.
Thanks, Alexa.
Vegas at Jacksonville. Vegas is a 1.5 point favorite.
An Alexa Answers contributor that I translated. Your provocation is very nice.
That's good.
Although I am able to understand the meaning of this.
Alexa.
Is she gonna stop?
Go home. She's such a bitch.
She didn't want to stop.
This has been faded so far.
She's such a bitch, dude. I'll say something
what
that
is-
has nothing to do with anything, and she's like answers me, and I'm like, "Yo, shut up."
What is
Yeah. So apparently the two worst teams in football.
what does Alexa have to do with Jacksonville or Vegas? Anything?
Should we ask her? Should we ask her? Who
Ask
she
her
likes
who's gonna
this
win.
game?
Who is it? Jacksonville.
Who do you
versus
say? Who
Vegas?
do you think?
Alexa, who's winning this weekend, Jacksonville or Las Vegas?
The Raiders and the Jaguars will face off on Sunday, November 6th at 1 p.m. The game will be on CBS.
Only because she said the Raiders first. The Raiders are winning.
Okay, I'll take the Raiders.
Go home.
I'll take Jacksonville. No. Jacksonville's a 2-7 team, and the Raiders aren't a 2-6 team.
I don't know that one.
Dude, Alexa, stop.
How can I talk so much shit about Vegas and then like, oh, Jacksonville was in London last week. It's just a spot I have to take Vegas.
Yeah, and I'm only taking it because of
Jacksonville's
what we just said.
starting to look worse every week, which is the reason why I'm going to take Vegas.
All right, round of Vegas. We sucked this week.
Or we're gonna be really good.
No, we sucked this week.
It's tend to be the opposite of what we think, obviously. So
All right.
if we think we're
we
gonna be
really
really bad,
sucked this week.
oh yeah, we suck so bad.
Seattle at Arizona. Arizona's a 2-point favorite in Seattle.
I like it. I like Arizona here.
Yeah, you got to take Arizona here.
Arizona scores 40 points
Wow.
for no reason.
We all have Arizona.
Now, God, when
Oh,
these
they
teams
have to.
when these teams play each other, some wacky shit normally happens. A lot of time, the road team wins. but I don't know. The Cardinals they look good.
I say this too often, but Holmes will be on the Seattle Seahawks this week.
Yeah, I think so too.
They're the team everybody loves to bet on right now.
We were kind of right about that Vikings and Cardinals
Cardinals
game too
game.
last week. It was high scoring. One team got in the 30s. It was a fun game to watch.
I mean, they just kind of blew it at the end. They had a chance to cover, I think, twice. They
Sure,
had two
sure thing.
drives, and they just kind of didn't do anything with them. So it is what it is.
Arizona with DeAndre Hopkins is a lot better
DeAndre Hopkins is a cheat code.
than them without DeAndre Hopkins.
Hashtag analysis.
Hashtag
Hashtag.
Hashtag move on.
hashtag 10,
Hashtag move on.
10 tabs of acid.
Rams at the Bucks. Bucks are a 3-point favorite at home. Over under 42.5. You're taking the Rams.
Fuck no.
Really?
Absolutely not.
He loves Tom Brady.
Sounds like God damn it.
And
Yeah,
the more I look at these matchups, the more I'm dumbfounded.
You're
This
mean.
is a Bucks
Antonio,
win.
you're mean because I was
I'm
going to
being
take
bad this week,
No,
huh?
because I was going to take the Bucks, and I thought both of you were going to take the Rams.
Oh yeah,
I'll take the Rams.
I'm being bad this week, so no. This is. What do you think? I'm
this
taking
Tom-
Tom
this
Brady's team to go 3-6? Hell no. Even though, do I think the Rams are a 3-5
Does Tom
team?
Brady
No.
lose another game in a row?
Well, it's not only
No.
that it's
Is it
not
4?
it's not only that he doesn't. Well, they've lost 5 in a row now, and it's not only. Oh no, they haven't.
Is it safe to say whoever loses this
think it's
game will
3
not make
They've
the
or
lost.
playoffs?
They've lost 3 in a row and 4 out of 5. Actually, they've lost 5 out of 6.
Is it safe to say whoever loses this game is pretty
Loser
much
leaves
done?
town. This is a loser leaves
Oh
town.
no! I'm switching. I'm switching to the Bucks because Tom Brady's getting his revenge.
From last year's playoffs.
Oh, that's true.
All right. I'll go with
And it's
that.
in Tampa.
Yeah, it's in Tampa.
Tampa's got to win here. They gotta. They don't lose this game.
If they don't, I think
They're
that's
done
I
if they
think
lose this
that's
game,
it,
but
yeah.
they don't lose this.
So hold on. They did not cover any of their last 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They haven't covered in 6 games.
That's nuts.
I'll take Tampa here. I'm with you guys. I was gonna take Tampa before, but you guys are.
We have to keep the train rolling. We have
We're
to
gonna see
agree on
some
every single game.
points.
Tennessee.
game.
Tennessee. We can't even.
Yes, we can.
Tennessee at Kansas City.
Kansas City next.
Really?
Yeah.
I only like Tennessee
because they're gonna slow the game.
Hold
down.
on. I only like Tennessee if it's their backup quarterback. If it's Ryan Tannehill, I like the Chiefs. I know that sounds ridiculous.
No, it makes sense.
I only like him because he can run and because they're not going to throw at all. So just give it to Derrick Henry 40 times. If it's Tannehill in there, they'll try to like open it up a little bit, and it's just not going to work. But I don't know who
Why
it's
are
gonna
they
be.
5-2? I'm so sick of the Titans.
Why is Derrick Henry
So
questionable?
sick of them.
He's not. Well, he is. But like it's
It's just
like
because
what?
he's taking days off early.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like
Anytime a guy doesn't practice, they're like, "Holy shit!"
Tennessee in this game. I can see them slowing the game down quite a bit, especially if they get ball first and they can put some points on the board within the first drive.
I'll just take Kansas City.
Yeah, I'm taking
know.
Kansas City. I was gonna be the Lonely Island, but I guess not because listen, the Tennessee Titans are not a 6-2 football team.
No,
and if they're losing this game, they're losing by 20.
All right.
And that's just what it has to be. It has to be that.
It's just like a Nolan special, like alternate, like minus 18.5 or like minus.
Oh
20.
yeah.
I could see this being one of those games.
I'd say minus like 15.
I can see this being one of those games where it's like the Titans are pretty much down 10 the whole game, and the Chiefs aren't really pulling away, but the Titans aren't really making up any ground.
I just feel like we haven't seen like a Chiefs massacre in like a while. And
we haven't seen a Chiefs
and
massacre
I know
in a while.
they kind of did that to San Fran, but like that was more in the fourth quarter. That wasn't like an ass kicking throughout the game. So I'll take the Chiefs massacre.
Like a wire to wire
Yeah.
Chiefs.
Listen,
fucking.
I'm all for it. Throw it to Juju a lot, and let's massacre.
Final game of the week. Really, 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 really weird. Baltimore going to the Superdome.
Which have
in
they
New
ever,
Orleans.
played there?
I was gonna say, have these teams ever played each other?
They played in Baltimore not too long ago, and that was the game that Justin Tucker missed the game-winning field goal. It was like 24-22, I want to say.
Justin Tucker.
Mark
revenge
Ingram
game.
must have been
24-23.
Mark Ingram must have been involved in that game somehow.
I think he was.
On whatever, whichever side.
And then 17-14, but they played in Baltimore the last two times that they've played. Oh, that was in the preseason, though. So excuse me for that. 2.5 point favorite, Baltimore.
I like Baltimore. I'm not really a Saints believer, even though they've pulled some wins out of their ass and put up a lot of points randomly. But
maybe they just righted the ship for long enough where now they hit their stride. So I'll take the Ravens.
Yeah,
here.
And the Ravens are that kind of team where they just find a groove.
Yeah,
and
they went through their little funk, and it could have been a lot worse than it was.
Yeah.
Now they've won a couple games in a
that,
row.
like that was a big win against the Bucks. So
huge. I thought it was huge.
yeah,
Round
of Ravens.
Yeah, we are either going like 16-0 or 0-16 this week.
I think we'll go 8-8.
Yeah, dude, you're right. Ton of teams on bye.
Yep. So
Six teams on bye, and they did that thing that we love that they do, where there's only 2 4:00 games.
said, what do you want me to do? Take it now? Like
Yeah,
literally. Do I want to watch Seattle? So one of those games is going to be really good. It's obviously going to be Rams Tampa, right? Or that's what they want you to think.
no, that's what they want you to think. Yeah.
All right, pick 3 time. I guess. We already gave our records. I guess because I'm still leading, I will decide the order. Mr. Steen, please lead us off.
Okay. So, first one. I feel like we haven't done this in a while. And I'm, again, going to the drawing board, trying out different things.
Miami?
No.
Oh.
Over in the Chargers and Falcons game.
Oh.
Over 49.5.
All right.
I think there's a lot of points scored in that game. Definitely could see it being like a 37, 32, whatever game. Number 2. Again, going back to the drawing board. Give me New England minus 5.5.
I thought about it.
They just have to cover that. Like, if you're saying Indy's scoring more than 10 points, you're just an idiot. So yeah. Number 3. Jeez, I don't even know, to be honest with you. I'm pulling a sour right now.
It's always hard with the third one.
I'll ride it. Taylor Heineke, Washington plus 3.5. Was that what you had?
Mm-hmm.
You have to ride it. You have to.
You have to.
And I love Taylor Heineke, so it's only right.
I like that it's 3.5 and not 3. If it was 3, I'd maybe rethink it, but 3.5, I think there's too many. So
You can't get fucked with 3.5.
Oh, you can.
Well, you can, but like
having
very rarely
yeah.
does it happen.
Mr. Antonio, please.
You took an over in one of your games. I'll tell you that I love the over in the Tampa Bay game. Solely because Tampa Bay themselves are putting it's a 42 over under.
Yeah.
Tampa Bay themselves are going to put up 34 points at least in this game.
Wow.
I have a firm belief in that.
So you're taking Tampa?
I love that. I'm just going to tell you the 3 things I like the most. I'm not setting anything in stone yet. I like that the best out of one of the things this week. I love Miami minus 5 this week, and I love New England minus 5.5 this week. But the 3 picks that I'm always the most confident in never ever work. So I'm gonna pick 3 games that I'm not as confident in.
Wow.
Something that's in the middle there because I've gone 0-3 3 times this year.
All right.
I don't love Washington, but I'll use them. Oh wait, no, you said that. No, I'm not gonna do that.
Take him.
No, I'm literally just blurting shit out that's out here. All right, fuck it. Bengals -7. Get them on there. That's a pick 3 for me.
7.5, but okay.
7.5. Get them on there. I don't fucking care. Arizona, put them on there. I don't care. Over Seattle. Gimme.
What's the spread
This
on
one's really gross. I'm gonna put a really gross one on there.
Houston?
Green Bay -3.5.
Wow.
Wait, whoa, that's 4.
No.
You're not doing Washington?
No, he's not.
Okay,
No.
so Green Bay
Yeah, I
minus
forgot when
4.
we do that.
He has Green Bay, he has Cincinnati, and he has Miami. Those were his 3.
No, I said Arizona because Miami is another one I really like.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, you blurred a lot of things out. It was hard to
Yeah,
keep
I
up. You said over under in the Tampa game. I thought that's what you were doing.
That would have been in my pick 3 if I was going with my pick 3, but I'm not.
Oh, okay, got you.
This is my fake pick 3.
All right. Stepping up to the plate. Washington
Do better, I dare you.
+3.5. Taylor Heineke. It's just you ride the wave until it doesn't work. I've said this for multiple weeks now. Good lord, this board is just atrocious.
So bad.
I mean, you say this every time they're a big favorite. The Buffalo Bills need to kick the shit out of the Jets, do they not?
Yeah.
Do they not?
They do.
Is it not Monday morning and it's like 49-0 Bills and everyone's like, should Zach Wilson be caught?
That's what I mean. New York sports radio is going to be going nuts.
All right.
There's no Giants game this week.
I'll take the Bills. If I lose that one, I won't feel too bad about myself, but whatever.
Is it 12.5?
12.5 is what I have at the moment. And third and final.
It's the sigh for me.
Wow.
The biggest sigh
Wow.
ever sighed.
I'm wearing red.
Tampa?
Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I was
Wow.
thinking it, and then I looked down. I like the Tampa Bay Buccaneers this week.
-3.
-3.
Wow.
Who was the last one I said? Well, Tampa, but who's before that?
Buffalo?
Oh, I was like, I thought I had all 3 red teams. I was like, wow, I'm really gonna win.
Any fun predictions?
Nah, hold on. I'm taking
Oh.
I'm taking Buffalo off. I'm taking Buffalo off. Arizona. I'm doing 3 red teams. I don't care.
Okay.
Fun predictions. I say that the under hits in every game this week. It is just every game is an
That's
under.
a fun prediction. I kind of like that.
Sorry, I know you have the over in your pick 3, but it's just a little funsy.
And the Bucks game. It's going to be a fucking rout.
A massacre.
It's going to be a fucking massacre.
Take
and
them
Tom,
in your pick 3 then.
Tom is throwing 5 touchdowns this week.
No, because
He's throwing
we've
fucking
said that
5.
every week.
About the Buccaneers?
Yeah.
I haven't.
No.
Both of you. No, both
No,
of you
no,
looked
no,
at.
no,
No,
no.
when Tampa Bay comes up, both of you looked at each other. You're like,
I'm okay
This
with him
one.
saying this, and it's not in his pick 3.
okay, that's
This-
fine.
No, and I'm talking like this one against the Rams. Tom's
Like,
just
what
going
are
to
we
have the
talking
most.
here?
What do you mean?
52 to 20?
No. It'll be maybe like 38-10 or something like that. Maybe 42-20. Who knows?
Okay.
They're
You think
putting-
it's gonna be that bad?
It's gonna be that bad. They're putting up at least 34 points. I could see like 34-20, something like that. They're gonna win this by
I
at
don't know,
least
dude.
2
Aaron
touchdowns.
Donald might kill Tom Brady.
I don't give a fuck what Aaron Donald's gonna do. Tom Brady is gonna have the most mean look on his
Sorry.
face.
Did you see what did you see the report that came out about Sean McVay today?
What?
What?
He was like, when the core group of guys like Donald and Jalen Ramsey and Stafford and Kupp leave, I'm retiring. It's like, you're like 30. What are you retiring from?
He's
Yeah,
the youngest coach ever.
He's gonna go up in the booth and make a shit ton of money.
Well, he already is making a shit ton of
Oh,
money.
yeah.
He could retire tomorrow.
He's
if he
going to
wants.
be a really good
Oh,
like,
he'll be a really
analyst.
good, really
Yeah.
good.
Best, actually.
Yeah,
He's going to be Tony Romo level.
Yeah, I
he
mean,
might be better.
Could be.
Tom's gonna go throw 3 touchdowns in the first half, and you're just gonna see this mean look on this fucker's face when he's walking off the field. Mean, terrifying.
He loves Tom Brady, dude. He loves
Do you
him.
go to bed like just like and like kiss him goodnight? Like, does he like sleep with you?
Yeah, he misses his kids, man.
He moved in with Antonio now that he's.
I mean,
And they do 10 tabs of acid before.
how old's his kid? 12. I mean, I look like a 14-year-old.
What does that mean?
What does that mean?
I could be his kid if he needed me to. You know.
What does that mean?
I'm saying I could be his kid if,
you
he needed me to.
Oh, like you could like
Yeah.
be his pseudo son.
Nothing weird. Sal.
You're the only guy that looks 14 but 70 at the same time.
Dude, if I just walked into a high school,
No one would say
no one would say shit.
Like, who's that? Oh, it's Ted. He's in my math class.
No, if I walked into a class and be like, hey, I'm new here, they'd be like, oh, I can't seem to find your name. Can I help you? Like, can I help you get to the right place? Sure.
Whereas if I walked into high school, they'd be asking me what class I'm subbing for.
Yeah.
One bold prediction. I think Zach Wilson throws 4 interceptions.
Wow.
Did I say that last week as mine?
Probably.
I might have said that.
Did you? Oh. Well, he's doing it this
could've.
week.
Yeah, no, he's going to do it this week.
Do you have one?
I said every game's going under.
Oh,
yeah.
that's right. Yeah.
That would be a wild prediction.
Every game goes under.
Every single one.
Imagine a parlay on that.
Let's see.
You'd be a quadrillionaire.
Well, let's say the third. Well, we just joked about 13 lead parlays, but let's just see.
Yeah, put a couple dollars on it this week.
Yeah, why not? Let's see.
Do a round robin and do like $1 on each.
Ooh, that's not a bad idea, actually, Nolan. I have a parlay opened and it's plus 666. That's a bad sign.
Wait, what?
In my app, there was a parlay.
What was the parlay?
It was like Hawks, Lakers, and something.
Okay, fade that. Fade whatever that is.
Lakers are in there. That is 666.
No, Sal was on some crackhead shit.
No, I literally I don't even know what happened. That's really odd.
Just
like,
like,
you know
10 tabs of acid putting parlays.
Well, you know
together.
how like you have like if you open up the app and like you had something like in there already, so the odds definitely changed and it went down to 666, which is like not good at all.
Good thing you didn't put it in.
Jesus.
That's so funny.
Oh, hold on. I'm getting a little ahead of myself here.
It does. I mean, it is a good week to do it because there's 6 teams on bye. So like
10 lead parlay or 13 lead parlay, $10 on it pays 44,000
44,000.
for every under.
Imagine if all but one hits.
Oh yeah, you're killing yourself.
That's why you do round
That might
robin.
happen too.
No, but if it's the last one, then you just cash out.
So I doubted
Oh,
I doubted if the guy who had the parlay with Joe Mixon a lot of credit. I don't know if you saw this or
No, what was it?
So he did like a 13 lead parlay or like 16 lead parlay, and the last leg was Joe Mixon over 62.5 rushing yards on Monday Night Football. And the DraftKings reached out to him and was like, "Hey, this is a one-time offer. We're willing to give you like 60,000 or something like that, or like 61,000." His payout was like 125,000. So everyone's screaming, "Take it, take it, take it." So then, I just like the backstory is he like just got married and like blah blah blah. So everyone's like, "Yeah, you need the money, like
Take it,
take it." So then he went to the game, and on the way there, he hedged it. And he put 35 grand on under 67.5 Joe Mixon rushing yards. So he had a chance where he could have middled it and
won both
and won everything.
Wow.
He just had a bad rushing night, and like he still won 30K, which it's like, all right, he bet like $8 on the parlay, which hey, to turn $8 into 30 grand, great. I just thought it was smart. Like he had a chance to
I'm taking the 60 grand every time.
All right, so like
That's just a tough position to be in.
It's
Like that's really hard.
So like yeah, you did take the 60 grand, but it's like you had no fun. Like you genuinely.
I had a lot of fun
okay.
watching all those legs hit.
Okay, fair enough, but like at the same time, it's like
And I'll have a lot of fun with my 60 grand.
if you can. The odds of middling it obviously are terrible, but if you can win everything, you get the 125 plus the 30 on top of it, like plus the 30 you put in, like. Yeah. I thought it was very smart. I don't think I've seen that on like one of those parlays yet. I thought it was a very smart.
How many legs was it?
17 total. And that last Mixon leg didn't hit.
Yeah. See, if I ever get into that situation and DraftKings is calling me up or FanDuel is calling me up.
Oh, like, give me the money.
Give me the fucking money. Like, it's just like, because, I'm cashing out anyway.
I know.
But if they say, we'll fly you out to the, no. Save it.
I know it sounds like dumb because like it's not true. But I feel like they only let the idiots win these parlays or like get close to winning these parlays because they know that they're not going to cash out when they get to the end. Like
that's like Vegas gremlin shit. That's what that is. That's not FanDuel or
because
DraftKings.
that happened like 3 weeks ago. It was like the Rams I think it was Rams 49ers, and the last person
saw that
Yeah,
one.
and the last person's lead was the Rams, and he was like,
I was like, you fucking.
he was like,
idiot.
I'm not taking any money. I'm not taking
And
any
it
cash
wasn't
out.
the Rams and the Niners fucking killed him or something.
The Niners killed him. That was
Yeah.
that Monday night or Sunday night football game or whatever, or it was a primetime.
And he had
game, I'm pretty
Rams,
sure.
and they literally did not show up.
So I don't know if it would be a nice situation to be in, but if you're in that situation, just take the money. Like, just genuinely just take the money. Like,
That is one thing I can confidently say. I will always cash out if I have an insane parlay, because so many times I have gotten fucked, right? You get to this point, right? You are winning. You won.
yeah,
You already won. Like, say you have $8 for 100K and you can cash out for 30K.
2K. Oh yeah, literally.
Even 2K.
Yeah.
It's like, I am taking that every
Yeah.
time. Like, I'm taking that every time. Give me the 30K.
I used to joke all the time. It's like I press a button and get money. Like I'm gonna press
Yeah,
a button.
what? If I so I have 16 hours until this game either fucks me or makes me rich. But I can press this button right now and be rich. So I'll just press the button.
It seems like a pretty easy concept, but some people just don't understand.
Because the hurt of losing that last leg is so much worse than if you
Yeah,
cashed out and the leg
absolutely.
wins.
You still feel like a dickhead if you
I
cash
still
out.
feel like a
Oh,
dickhead.
you feel like a dickhead,
listen,
though.
I still feel like a dickhead, but you don't feel like as much of a dickhead,
Fair enough.
right?
I agree.
You hate yourself if you don't cash out and then they lose, though.
And then, Sal, you also have the opportunity to, if you cash out and then that leg doesn't hit, you look like the smartest person ever.
You look like Jimmy Neutron.
Exactly. So I'd rather have that
All right. Fair enough.
I agree.
Yeah.
than be all over DraftKings, all over their social media
Hey,
all
loser.
night. And then your team gets killed and you look like an idiot. And then in front of millions of people.
The other way I thought about it, too, it's like, if they're offering you $65K for a cash out, it's literally like you're putting $65K on Joe Mixon over 62 yards. It's like, would you ever do that?
I know.
Like, that's literally what situation you're put in. And it's
Yeah.
like, why would you ever do that?
Never. I'd never do that.
All right.
Over and out.
Anything else or no?
No.
No. All right.
Phillies are the team of destiny.